4. Evergreen presents Top 10 Biggest Aircrafts in the World. 10. Beluga 600 ST. This weird-looking plane is one of the biggest planes in the world and is popularly known as Beluga. It is a modified version of the standard A340-500 and has an oversized cargo for the transportation of aircraft parts. It's got its name Beluga due to its resemblance with the whale. It was initially created as successor of Super Guppy plane. Only 5 of such aircrafts are present in the world right now, and the first one entered into service in January 1996. This single plane costs about $206 million and is definitely worth the price. 9. Airbus A340-500. Also a passenger plane, A340-500 is one of the biggest planes in the world. It was made in France in 2002, but due to some issues had a delayed service start in 2006. The aircraft can house a total of 685 passengers, with 372 in the single-seat arrangement and the rest of 313 in the double-seat arrangement. A range of 16,668 kilometers and the ability to carry heavy load of passengers, one of the biggest planes in the world. 8. C5 Galaxy. The biggest plane in US Army is the Lockheed C5 Galaxy. This plane is more than 50 years old and is still a giant of its kind. This plane has a huge space and can fly 50-ton tanks across continents. Its latest version is C5M, which is 12 times longer than an Airbus A380 jetliner. One can estimate the size of this plane by the fact that it does not fit into a normal hangar at any airfield. Special hangars with holes in the sides are essential for this aircraft. Otherwise, it stays outside in open weather. 7. Boeing 777-200. In addition to Airbus, another big name in the field of aircrafts is Boeing. It is an American aerospace company and has a long-ranged aircraft known as Boeing 777-200. Also referred to as the 777, the Boeing 777-200 is a huge commercial aircraft which is entirely designed by computers. It is used by the American flights for the long-haul distances in North and South America, Australia, Middle East, and other Gulf countries. It can accommodate 440 passengers in one-seat arrangement and more than 400 in two-seat arrangements. The plane can travel more than 14,000 kilometers in one flight with a flight speed of 0.84 Mach. 6. Antonov AN124. The second most popular giant created by Antonov is the AN124. This plane was the largest military plane in the world before Boeing 747-8F, and until then, it used to transport heavy loads across the world. This plane took its first official flight in 1982. Now, however, this plane is in service of both the Russian Air Force as well as several cargo operators. Many heavy loads are transported through this every year. 5. Boeing 747-400. Another amazing addition to the Boeing flight arsenal is the Boeing 747-400. Just like Boeing 777-300, it is also a passenger plane made in the United States, but has a bigger seating capacity. It can house 660 passengers in an economy cabin and has an accommodation capacity of 416 passengers in a 3-class setup and 524 in a 2-class configuration. As compared to Boeing 777-300, it has a longer range and can travel more than 13,000 kilometers in a single run. Other amazing features like a speed of 0.85 Mach, along with the above stated facts, make it worth $234 million and the 4th biggest plane in the world. 4. Boeing 747-8. Boeing 747-8 is an advanced version of its ancestors and is the biggest modern aircraft in US. It has a total seating capacity of 1,300 passengers, with 700 in a single-class configuration and 600 in a 2-class system. It can fly more than 14,000 kilometers with a cruising speed of 0.855 Mach. Its size and protected fueling system make it a giant business stream airplane in the Boeing world. Its unit cost reaches up to $379 million and is the fourth biggest plane in the world. 3. Antonov AN225 RIA. One of the biggest aircrafts in the world is the Ukrainian Antonov AN225 RIA. It was built in 1980s by the Soviet Union. Having a weight of 640 tons, this plane is the heaviest aircraft in the world and is powered by 6 turbofan engines. Only 2 such planes are present in the world. The second plane of the category had a different configuration and at start was only partially completed. After further revival in 2009, this plane still remains unfinished. This plane holds world record for lifting heaviest flights in the world. The biggest payload transported through this plane was of 253,820 kilograms on a commercial flight. 2. Airbus A380-500. The biggest plane by Airbus Internationals is the Airbus A380-500. Manufactured in France, this plane has a seating capacity of 853 people in the single class, a 644 in the double class configuration. With a travel range of more than 15,000 kilometers and a cruising speed of 0.85 Mach, this aircraft is the second biggest plane in the world. It costs up to $318 million per unit, but the company has decided to shut down its manufacturing till 2021 due to less demand in the largest aircrafts market. 1. Stratolaunch Behemoth. The biggest flying aircraft in the world is the Stratolaunch Behemoth. This giant plane was made in the United States and consists of 2 big fuselages and 6 Boeing 747 engines in it. Its first and successful test flight was in California on 13th April 2019. This aircraft is designed as an alternative of vertical takeoff rockets to carry huge satellites for deployment in the air. It has a huge size and 1.5 times bigger wingspan than an Airbus A380. Its top speed is recorded to be 304 kilometers per hour and can reach to an altitude of 5,200 kilometers. Although it might not be a normal use plane, but its size and features makes it the biggest aircraft in the world. Thanks for watching.